Hi everyone, welcome back, and hope you're all doing well. Thank you for joining us back on our online platform here. It's nice to always share the practice with you. I say this over and over again because it really is, even though we're, practicing alongside of you and talking while we're doing it, it is still such a great experience, and to be able to share the practice with people all over the world through this platform. So, and thank you for continuing to support the studio. I hope you're feeling supported by the practice. And remember, if you have any questions, you could always reach out to me, Joe K, at urban728yoga.com. Or you can also message us on Instagram at urban728yoga. So this class is going to be streamed right now live on YouTube. So if you're getting a notification and you say you're kind of doing something, but you could roll out your yoga mat for 45 minutes. Go ahead and do that. Roll out your yoga mat. I'll guide you along the way and connect you to your breath. And it's not that you have to be feeling any certain type of way to get on your yoga mat, but we'll certainly feel the space of our practice and the benefits of our breathing when we get to the other side and all the way through. And so you just never know. That could be one breath that you need to take, or you could have needed the whole 45 minutes. So join me. Welcome to your mat. Let's go ahead and turn around, lie down onto your backs, please. Spread your heels out, and so they're at least mat distance apart. That should be okay for most of our hips. If it's a little too wide, soften the heels back in. And then do the same with your arms. So you want your arms down, and not necessarily in line with or as high as your shoulders. So somewhere below your shoulders, in a place where you can feel the upper back settle flat. And remind you, even though I'm settling you right now, you're welcome to always turn on some music. You have the option to go to my Spotify account, which is Joe Komar, Komar. And there's hundreds of playlists that you can turn on for your practice there. And you're also welcome to turn on any music or practice without music altogether. I invite you to close your eyes and begin to count in your breathing. So as you inhale, and within yourself, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then exhale and count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you can continue inside yourself, counting as you feel the air come into your body, and the expansion, and the shape on the inhale, and how the body descends and comes back down, and furthering your relationship with the ground. And, ideally the sensations that we feel in the body are going to help us ground during our practice. Sometimes the energy of the mind is quite busy and can be moving all over the place, especially if you just thought, yeah, I could transition into a yoga practice that I hadn't necessarily planned on doing. And so you want to be patient and give your mind an opportunity to transition. So what we're doing right now, observing the breath and feeling the groundedness through the body, that's going to help the mind and transition and be here with you while you're practicing. Bring your legs all the way together so they touch. And on your inhale, bring your right knee towards your chest. And take the hands, interlace the fingers onto your right shin, cross your thumbs. And you can use some of your upper body strength here, grounding your shoulders. You feel your biceps. As you breathe, exhale, pull the knee in a little bit closer. At the end of your exhale, go ahead and release your right leg back onto the mat. switch. Inhale, bring your left knee in. Chest. Feeling from the inside, there's not going to be those movements, especially if you're practicing with fear. And to really make a certain shape, you're feeling in through your body's ability to expand, contract, and flex, draw towards your midline, away from your midline. And so basically I'm saying feel it out. No such thing as a perfect flow. Take deep breaths and feel it out. Go ahead and release that leg back onto the ground. And take both of your arms over your head, point your toes. And feel the full body stretch from your ankles to your wrists. And now you can take your arms out into a T. And bend both of your legs so that your feet are flat. And feet are set about hip width apart. Start to roll your knees down to the left. Inhale back to center, and then roll your knees down to the right. And keep that going side to side. Everybody's range of motion is going to be unique. You feel as you're rolling across your sacrum, space loss to the lower back. And do a few more. Bring your knees back to center, cross your right ankle over your left, and then turn your knees out. And we're going to go ahead and use the arms, rock yourself up, come into a cross-legged seat, and place the hands onto your knees. And if you need to adjust your sitting bones, rock side to side. And then feel a balance. As you sit, go ahead and shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. And exhale, roll your shoulders down your back. And let's do two more like that. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up. And exhale, roll your shoulders down your back. And one more, breathe in, shrug the shoulders up. And exhale, roll your shoulders down. And sit up nice and tall. And drop the navel down and pull it back in towards your spine. And seal your lips, feel and listen into the sound, the hollow breath. As you constrict the muscles around your throat. And take slower, deeper breaths into the body. You may wish to choose or stay for another few cycles. When you're ready, we'll pivot, turn around, face the top of your mat, come onto all fours, hands and knees. And set your palms so your arms are straight. Bring your knees all the way together. And go ahead and swing your hips out to the left. And chin can stay close to the chest. Again, you can refine in the connection to the breath and listen to the hollow sound of the breathing. And swing your hips back to center. And then go ahead and take them down to the right. And arms stay straight, chin down, close to the chest. Already you may notice a slowing, a calm. Right? I encourage you, or I invite you to consider what else you're doing in your life, or how much of your life is actually done at the pace of what we've been doing thus far on the mat today. And come back to center. And square your hips, step back into a high plank, tuck your toes, and feel your legs straight. You can check in with any resistance that you're holding in your pelvis, and you can move your tailbone up a little bit. And you can roll your tailbone down, feel one side versus the other. The hip flexors connect to your inner thighs. And feel the hands pressing the mat away and drawing your ribs in. And take a deep breath in through your nose. And lift your tail as you exhale. And press back, chest towards the knees in your downward facing dog. And you can have a little feeling on one side body versus the other. And breathe it out, draw the breath in behind your ribs. And what's it, a couple 250, 240 something muscles in the body, I think. And feel the hands on your inhale come forward to your high plank. And exhale, bend your arms, lower halfway down. Inhale, press back up to your plank. And exhale, lift your hips into your downward facing dog. And take a deeper breath in through your nose and out through your nose. And crawl your hands back to your feet. And forward fold, heavy head, and dangle over straight legs. And rock the weight into the heels, rock the weight into your toes. Maybe it's the other way, maybe that's the bones. I have to look back. Little bend to the knees, take the gaze forward, crawl your hands out in front, and set into your plank. All right, little more breath, energy moving through your body. Take an inhale. And this time, exhale, lift your bum, step your right foot outside your right hand. And setting up into a long lunge, lower your left knee down onto the ground, and untuck your toes, press down through the tops of the feet. And if you're like me, the weight wants to rock off to the pinky toe side edge of your front foot. Okay, lift the toes, and then turn your big toe side back down into the mat first. And now start to draw your hips forward. You breathe where you meet the resistance, and yet invite the flow. So we're not getting stuck in where we're feeling in the resistance or the tightness in the body. We're breathing through it and drawing our minds back to the full body experience. You bring your hands back a couple inches, and then start to slide your right foot back, kick straight back so you're in a three-legged tabletop, and set your left hand down under your shoulder. Open your right hip, and then go ahead and reach your right arm up so you're in a little half moon on your knee. Curl your right heel into your bum, reach back, grab for your foot, ankle, or shin, and then as you hold on, spread across the waist, kick into the hand, and feel the breath top of the thigh. And soften the gaze as you exhale, softly square. And pivot, bring your hand and your knee back down onto the ground. Right knee lands, step your left foot back. Step your right foot back, come into a high plank, breathe in. And exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. And feel it as you continue to lengthen your side bodies. Inhale, come forward to a high plank. Exhale, bend your arms, lower halfway down. Inhale, press back up, plank. And exhale, lift your tail. This time, step your left foot outside your left hand. And support with your arms as you lengthen the lunge. And gently bring your right knee down. Untuck the toes, press down through the top of the foot. And again, if you're going off, if your left knee is turning out, and bring the weight into the heel, lift the toes, and bring your big toe first. And back into the mat. Now start to draw your hips forward. Nice. Set your hands down into the ground. Start to bring your hips back. Slide your left foot behind. Kick back through the heel. And set your right palm under your right shoulder. And open your left hip. Press the ground away as your left arm comes up. Little half moon on your knee. And breathe. Curl your heel into your bum. Reach back. Exhale. Grab your foot, ankle, or shin. And kick into the hand. Broaden across the waist. Feel the hip flexors extend through your left leg. And gently bring your gaze down. Left hand, left knee back to the ground. Your right foot steps back to plank. And tuck the toes, left foot steps back into a plank. Take an inhale. Come forward, exhale, lower halfway down. Tops of the feet, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips. And feel your body continue to lengthen into your downward facing dog. Enjoy the deep breath. Keep your left heel heavy. Inhale, lift your right leg up and back. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Curl in, crunch, and squeeze. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Bring your gaze forward. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. And exhale, right knee to your left elbow. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot all the way through, soften your back knee. Untuck the toes, inhale, arms up. And gaze straight out in front of you as you interlace the fingers, release the index. And as the hips draw down, elbows in. And create a little back bend from your mid to your upper spine. And ground through your front foot, breathe in through your nose. On your exhale, gaze, hands swan dive, come down to the ground, and sit all the way back to your left shin. So even if my right heel has to drag back on the mat, and you set the flexion to your right ankle, and take your arms, reach forward, grab your foot. If not, grab your ankle or your shin. And keep counting into your deep breaths. Hands reach out, grab the mat, and draw yourself forward to lunge. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, reach your right arm up. And feel the set in your lunge twist from your back leg, ascending line through the crown of your head. On your exhale, bring your right hand back down, straighten your front leg, pull your thigh up. And you can do the same as we did earlier. It's going to change in the orientation in your hip. If you lift the toes, rock to the heel, and then put your big toe down first, and then spread out to the pinky toe. Nice little bend to your knees. Step your left foot to the top, and bend both of your legs. Sit back in chair, reach your arms up. Feel the weight in your left heel, hands to your heart center, and turn, twist, right elbow outside your left thigh. You might just get your spine, a little crack, little adjustment. And keep breathing through it, inclusivity, and let that energy flow from your breath. It's got to be first, inhale, square, rise, reach your arms up. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, 2 steps back, come into a high plank, high push-up. And you feel the ground drawing back up and connecting you to your physical body, muscular system. Exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga. Tops of the feet, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, take it back into your down dog. Ideally, your practice would exploit some element of surprise. You can only plan so much. And then sometimes it just sounds, well, probably always sounds like a good idea if you love yoga and to be on the mat, but life has a lot of other ideas. Right foot down, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to your nose, curl and crunch. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, knee to your left elbow, look forward. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, knee to your right elbow, twist. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, big step, left foot all the way through, soften your right knee down. Untuck the toes, sweep the arms up. Interlace the fingers, release the index. And you notice if you're hanging out your back leg, firm your front foot and use that as a kickstand to lift your heart. And biceps working behind your ears. And on your exhale, gaze and hands down, swan dive. And hands to the ground. Go ahead and sit all the way back into your right shin. And your left heel can drag on the mat. And flex the ankle. You sit, balance, and reach. Hands to your left foot, if not, ankle or shin. And when you can dial it into that deeper breath, remember the breath comes first. Anything else going on in your life, it can literally not exist and without your breath coming first. Hands onto the ground, stretch them out, come forward to your lunge. Tuck your back toes, lift the knee, left arm goes up, lunge twist. Feel it build from the ground. And right leg, ascending line through the crown of your head. On your exhale, bring your gaze and left hand down and straighten your front leg, pull up through your thigh. This could be the bone structure, could just be the way in the leg is twisted. Rock the weight into the heel, lift the toes, and then bring your big toe back to the mat first. And spread out through your pinky toe and see if that feels a little different in your body. And little rock back on your exhale, step your right foot to the top. And big toes together, bend your legs, sit down, reach your arms up in chair. Hands to your heart center, and twist left elbow outside your right thigh. In the same way, we're sitting down, and so not lifting the butt up. Keep the legs bent, and as you press the right hand into the left hand, deepen the twist. And feel the body draw back through center. Inhale, rise, arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, circle the arms, reach. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, draw your chest out in front. Exhale, plant 2 big steps back into a high plank. And high push-up, set your hands. Come forward, exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga. Tops of the feet, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. And big toes together as you breathe in. And widen the back, wrap your elbows in. And so you'll feel your biceps lift and your shoulders set back into the socket. And now keep your ribs drawing in. And as you bring the weight into your toes, active thighs. And bend your knees, exhale, little hop to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, circle the arms, reach. Left arm under your right, eagle arms. Bend your legs, sit down. And focus on your right leg standing. As you cross your left leg, set it there. Ain't no need to over squeeze. And feel the right-legged balance. Keep your eagle arms. And unwrap, step back into a warrior 1. So your left foot is on a 45. And remember, we're building it from the inside out. And so we don't have to see it in from the outside. Your direction is good enough. And sliding the elbows up, shoulders down. And straighten your front leg, unravel the arms. And bring your hands to your hips. A neutral pelvis to start, look forward. On your exhale, begin to hinge. Forehead above your heart. And then continue as you draw your belly and ribs in. And taking your hands down to the ground. If your hands will not touch the ground, keeping your legs straight, and put 2 blocks or something underneath your hands. That will help if you can go deeper without putting any weight into your low back, right, or getting too tight in your outer hip. And take your hands all the way down. This right foot is going to stay. Pivot your back heel high. And then you bring your left foot all the way through, wrap it around the front of your right ankle, and then you go pinky toe to pinky toe. Feel your big toes ground, reach your hands behind your back. Lower your chin, get a grip, and exhale, reach your knuckles up. And so you're saving that tension from building up in the neck,
And connecting to your core in balance, soften the hands, bring them back down. And bring your left foot back inside. Bend your legs, sit back, Utkatasana, reach your arms up. And hands to your heart center, twist, right elbow outside your left thigh. You might be able to sit down a little bit deeper. And come back to center. Inhale, rise, and reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart, all the weight into your left foot, and lift your right knee in front of you. And take your hands like we started onto your shin, but now you're standing. And when relieving, draw your elbows around your sides. Feel that I'm not only drawing the knee in, I'm continuing to stand as tall as I possibly can from the inner left thigh. And soften the grip, use your core. And to balance, reach your arms up, step your right foot down. Eagle wrap, right arm under your left. Feel your feet, bend your legs, sit down. Transfer the weight into your left foot, and then gently cross your right leg on top. And so today, really, we're just setting in the right leg on top of the left leg. Keep the arms unwrapped, step your right foot back, warrior one. Right foot on a 45. And tilt the pelvis, and so you want the top of your bum flattening and your pubic bone lifting. Feel your feet. Straighten your front leg, unravel your arms, and bring your hands to your hips. And gaze out in front, inhale. Exhale as you hinge. You lead with your chest, forehead above your heart. And this could be enough. Keep the back flat and little to no weight in your low back. And as you can continue, belly in, take your hands down. And keep sliding down through the crown of your head. A nice long left leg from the back side. Pivot on your back toes, heel up, and then bring that right foot all the way through. Wrap it over the front of your left leg, and pinky toes meet. Big toe mounds pressing down, drop the chin, and draw with your belly as you interlace the fingers. And squeeze the hands, especially the pinky sides of the palms, as your knuckles go up. You're really working in a balanced approach. Soften your grip and bring your hands down. Doesn't mean you won't wobble. And you bring your right foot back inside, big toes together. But it's all in your breath practice. Inhale, reach your arms up as you sit chair. Hands to your heart and twist. Left elbow outside your right thigh. And you'll notice you can sit down a little bit deeper. And as your heart comes up, rotate through your rib cage. Inhale, back through center. Stand up, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart, all the weight into your right foot, and float your left knee up in front. Hands to your left shin. And like we started, now standing, and work your standing leg. And use your core active for the soft release. Exhale. And arms up, step your left foot down. And bring your hands into your heart center. And as you inhale, circle the arms up, reach. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Plant, you can step or jump. Whoa, float, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And breathe in through your nose. And breathe out through your nose. And take an inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, right knee to your right elbow.
Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, knee to your left elbow, kick out onto your floor. And pivot your back heel down, reach your left arm up. Okay, as you look down to your right hand, plug into your left foot, lift your right leg off the ground. And keep kicking through the heel. And you pivot left hand down, back heel high, kick your right leg back, three-legged dog. And big step right foot all the way through. Long lunge, inhale, rise, arms up. Exhale, warrior two, pivot your back heel down. Straighten your front leg and reverse your triangle, reach up and back. And keep your legs straight and come forward and right hand down to the ground. And keep tugging your right hip crease back. As you lift through your thigh, reach your left arm up, straight leg triangle. Utthita Trikonasana. And ground through your back heel, inhale, rise, pivot, turn your right toes in. Face the side of your mat, inhale. Exhale as you hinge, come halfway down. And take your right hand to the ground, press the ground away, reach your left arm up, twist towards the back of your mat. And keep turning your inner thighs back. Take the grip out of your toes. Exhale, gaze and left hand down. And your right hand goes to your right hip. And so your left arm is a kickstand. Put the weight into your left hand, kick your left foot to the top of the mat. Land in your seat, and then float your feet, arms by your sides. You're in boat pose. And keep lifting the chest, take your arms up, flex your wrists. And from here, inhale, lower halfway down. Exhale, draw up, reach your arms to the sky. Inhale, lower and hover. Exhale, come up, arms to the sky. One more. Inhale, lower and hover. Exhale, come up, arms to the sky. Hands behind your knees and rock and roll up and down from your hips into your shoulders. Cross your right ankle over your left and draw your heels in, roll over your shins, plant your hands and step back, float, chaturanga. Tops of the feet, inhale, up dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Right heel heavy, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale to your right elbow, stay, kick out onto your floor. Pivot your back heel down. And as you're reaching up, you're grounding your back foot. Okay, it's always multitasking, but your breath and expands throughout your whole body. Look back at your left hand and then hover your left foot off the ground. Keep it as far forward as you can. And pivot, bend your left leg and kick back, three-legged dog. Big step all the way through to lunge. Set your legs, inhale, rise, arms up. Exhale, warrior two, and pivot your back heel down. Notice when you're in it, right? Include all of it in sensation, breath. Straighten your front leg, inhale, reverse your triangle. Keep the leg straight and bring it back. Reach forward and left hand down to the ground, right arm up. And keep tugging your left hip crease back. And imagine doing this in the hot room. It gets you very warm and sweaty very fast. Feel your back heel ground down. Inhale, rise up and turn your left toes in. I'm in a really wide-legged stance. Inhale. Exhale, hinge halfway down. And left hand to the ground. And right arm goes up and twist toward the back of your mat. And take the weight out of your toes. Easy to grip the jaw. And put too much weight into your toes. Feel your inner thighs. Pop your tailbone up. On your exhale, gaze and right hand down. Left hand goes to your left hip. Your back foot, your right foot, kicks through to the top of your mat and come to your seat. Float your feet, balance on your sacrum, and you're in your modified boat pose. And keep lifting your heart. Take your arms up, flex your wrists. Inhale, lower halfway down, hover. Exhale, come back up, reach for the sky. Inhale, down, hover. Exhale, back up, reach for the sky. One more, inhale to hover. Exhale, rise, reach for the sky. Hands behind the knees
and rock up and down. You might feel in your body getting lighter across your ankles. Heels to bum, roll over your shins, and step back, plank, chaturanga, elbows in. Tops of the feet, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, take it back, and downward facing dog. Let's walk the hands back to your feet. Legs straight, feel your inner thighs lift, feel your outer hips lift. And as you draw your stretch into your hamstrings, and stretching the top of the head into the tops of the feet. And a little bend to the knees, roll up one vertebra at a time. And feel the light line to your spine. And when you stack, reach both arms up. Okay, left wrist in front of your right wrist. Interlace all of your fingers and draw your biceps behind your ears. Take your right foot, step forward. Hover your left toes and then begin to lengthen out, coming into warrior 3. Okay, with your hands clasped and biceps above your ears. As you inhale, rise, bring your knee through, unwrap your hands, palms face. Step your left foot to the top, float your right foot, step back into a lunge. And take an inhale, reach up. Exhale, warrior 2. The shorter stance is going to work out just fine. And so you're going to ground your right foot, back foot. Straighten your front leg, bring your hands to your hips. And turn your left toes in, and then turn your heel in, and then turn your toes in. Bring the weight into your right foot, and bring your left foot to your inner right thigh for tree pose. Get set, facing off the side edge of your mat, palms together. You're welcome to stay, and you can express, take your arms up. And keep drawing in. We're going to lift everything away from the ground, except for what's touching the ground. And you step your left foot to the middle of your mat, and keep reaching up. And as you transfer the weight into your left foot, float your right leg, and bring your left hand down towards the ground. And right arm reaching up. And so everything is lifting, except for what's touching the ground. On your exhale, square slowly, bring your gaze and right hand down. And you step your right foot to your left foot, big toes together. Inhale to lift halfway. Plant your hands straight, legs pop your hips, land in chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. You should be able to feel it, all that energy in your breath. On your next exhale, right knee to your right wrist, and come into a single pigeon. And ground the shin. Knee set, point your left toes, and top of your foot, ankle flat. On your exhale, crawl forward, come down onto your forearms. You might even have a better grasp and understanding as to where you're at today. Remember, if you more so spontaneously arrived on your mat, and you thought, hey, yeah, that feels like a good idea. I was kind of doing something, but that something could really be done anytime. You notice how you're feeling now. Come back up to your palms. Tuck your back toes, lift the knee, step back into a down dog. In your down dog, take an inhale. And then exhale, we're going to mountain climb. Right knee in, left knee in, right knee in, left knee in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it back, down dog, lift the tail, and take a deeper breath in. And full breath out, walk your hands back to your feet. A reminder, forward fold, inner thighs up, outer hips lifting, and stretch the top of your head toward the tops of your feet. Sun feels good. Little bend to your knees, sending you all a little sun and shine if you're sitting in cold, cloudy weather. Little bend to your knees, roll up one vertebra at a time. And still over 10 years in LA, I never take it for granted. Blue sky and sunshine. Take your arms up. Right wrist in front of your left. Flip your hands. Interlace your fingers. And crossing the thumbs, biceps behind the ears. And step your left foot forward. And hover your right toes. And let's take off. Stretch out into your warrior 3. On your inhale, right knee through, lift it up in front of you. Okay, unwrap the palms so they face. And step your right foot to the top of the mat. Hop your left foot, float into your crescent warrior, ground your feet, reach up. Much better. Warrior 2, shorter stance is going to be just fine. And straighten your front leg, turn your right toes in, and bring your hands to your hips. Turn your right heel in, feel more weight into your back foot, turn your toes in, turn the heel in. Get the weight into your left foot, and then set your right foot to your inner thigh for tree. And palms together in front of your heart. And we're going to be taking everything up. If you'd like to start in your tree, and both arms up towards the ceiling. And remember, you don't have to see it. Feeling it from the inside. Step your right foot to the middle of the mat. Plant, bring the weight forward. And keep reaching your arms up as you transfer out of your left leg. Float the toes. And your right arm comes down. Your left arm goes up. Half moon. Everything but what's touching the ground is drawing up. Slowly pivot square and bring both hands down and step your feet together, big toes touch. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant straight legs, jump out, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. And deep full breath in. Exhale, left knee, left wrist for pigeon. And right knee down, point your toes, go ahead and slide them back. And top of your right foot flat. And let the sensation draw your mind towards it in your outer left hip. And come down onto your forearms. On your inhale, come back up to your palms. Tuck your back toes, lift the knee, And hips up, step back into your down dog. And set your hands full breath in. And as you exhale, begin mountain climbers, knees to chest, right knee, left knee. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it back, downward facing dog. On your next exhale, bring your knees to the mat. Untuck your toes, spread the knees, child's pose. You can draw your hips back to your heels, let your hands slide out, forehead down onto your mat. Yes, bones, not muscles. 200. Had to check. 200 plus bones in the body. And go ahead and rise up, all fours. And swing your legs out to one side. And scoot your bum forward. And go ahead and lie down onto your back, please. And feel it, all the energy moving through your body. And less control physically, mentally, emotionally. Bring your right knee in. And release your left leg long. Soften your belly on your exhale. And twist. Take your right knee across your chest. If you have been able to move relatively freely and through this practice, it's incredible. If you encountered some deep moments of resistance, notice what that did to your breathing. But also notice how you were able to recover and re-lengthen your breath. Do that process of expansion and contraction. Bring your right knee back to center. And release, take your right leg straight. And bring your left knee in. And hands to your shins, soften your stomach. On your exhale, twist left knee across. And there's infinite possibilities for adjustments in one human being, let alone when you start to run all of us into each other. And so please be patient. If you can insert a spacer of patience, even for 1 or 2 seconds, and it's going to lessen a lot of the harm and the hurt. And that goes on throughout the world. Right? You never know, you hurt somebody. You harm somebody, you never know how that's going to link to them hurting or harming somebody. And so all of that could be alleviated, in my belief, through a practice like yoga. And connecting to our breath, building a deeper relationship within ourselves. And come back to center. And set your hips, bring the soles of your feet together, and let your knees fall apart. Rest your hands onto your belly. One hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. I hope you're feeling connected, hope you're feeling clear, and I hope you're feeling calm. Right. And your breath brings you into that door that might open, right, for self-realization, the yoga. And so it could be a really great part of your practice here to release, let your legs go, let your arms go. And this is where you get to extend the practice for as long as you'd like to. And there's no end. And being on our mat and going back into our life, this is all a continuation of the yoga life practice, and so it's all connected. Consider the opposite side of that statement. If you're loving and kind, right, you never know how your loving and your kindness is going to ripple to another person's loving and kindness, and so on and so forth. And so it does matter what you say, and it does matter what you do, and it does matter how you do it, and when you do it, and where you do it, and who you are. It all matters. Take your time here, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day if you're just getting it started. If you're in the middle, enjoy what will now feel like 2 days in one. And if you're at the end of the day, thank you for winding down. I hope this practice takes you into a nice sleep. We'll see you soon. Jessica will be back with another class tomorrow. Thank you for sharing the practice. Namaste.